preparation. Hearing all these interviews. Tell me,
Yeah.
what do you get out of the preparation on both fighters?
What I think is they both took each other very seriously. They understand the magnitude, they understand the level, you know what I mean, and both of them prepared for a war. That's what it looked like to me.
Okay. Crawford takes practically a year off and goes up the weight division, doesn't fight any fight in between. Do you feel like that helps in his favor?
That's something that's going to be answered the night of the fight. I can't really say if it helped them or if it hindered them. I don't know because we got to see it. But I do know he had big hungry dogs in camp with him. So I think that you know what I mean that might have been some to his favor. You know what I mean as far as camp.
Boots being in the Canelo Álvarez camp, does it? What kind of look do you feel like that was? Is that the best look you can get in boxing right now? Him and Hernandez.
The thing with Boots, right? What you get is a lot of looks. You get a lot of looks, and what I mean by that is you get a lot of angles. You get a lot of you see a lot of quick twitch muscles, shit like that. You get to see a lot of that. You know what I mean? Things that you don't get to see on an everyday fighter. With Yo-Yo, you get to see the size. You know what I mean? A guy who you know what's crazy about the yo-yo work? I think that was great work for Canelo because the way he throw his punches. I think the way Yo-Yo is built and the way he throws punches is similar to Crawford in the way they built, like the arm length and things like that. So I mean, the sparring on both sides I feel like was great. And it just let me know they serious. It let me know they dead serious about their job. They're not playing around.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, do you feel like I don't know? Do you feel like Canelo should have probably had Boots in there longer for the camp, or do you feel like
Nah,
Yo-Yo was probably better to have in camp
nah, I
because he
think I
emulates styles more?
No, a lot of times, bro, a lot of times in camp, it's not always about styles because you know why? You never know what a guy is planning to do. You know what I mean? The thing is, him having Boots there for the time they was there, I think that was perfect because it was like right, it was towards the end of camp, but he had a few weeks to work with Boots, but he also had time, to finish up camp where you could just sharpen up and things like that. And he had Boots. Boots was there towards like almost the end, so where his mind would be fresh on a lot of the things he saw and he felt. You know what I mean? So I think that was real important how they did that. But you know what I mean? You're not gonna know until they get in the ring.
Canelo and Boots. Boots will be fighting Lema. Canelo will be fighting Crawford. With that look
I
per se, who do you feel like gets better?
I think it was better for Boots because Boots was the one that needed the work. The reason Boots needed the work is because Boots is constantly beating up sparring partners. It's not his fault though. I've seen guys who are world class guys. I've seen them go in there and they not come out the same. So he needed some work that was sturdy. So I think he really benefited more. I think they both benefited, but I think he benefited more. For Canelo, it's just another walk in the park. What I mean is he's been here 70 times. Like how many times you got to do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? All Canelo got to do is just make sure he ready. It don't matter who he box for real, because he got so many fights, he know what it's like. You know what I mean? A guy like that never get like nervous or never get like worried because he been in too many fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think Boots benefited more for the fact that Boots is younger and he going to a new weight class, and like I said, he just probably wanted to check some boxes.
Tell me, why do you feel like he decided to do that now in his career, knowing that this is probably one of the biggest fights in boxing, and people kind of looking at it like, why is he helping out Canelo at in this situation?
I mean, I don't know how much help it was because again, we got to see the fight. But for me, the reason I think he went out there was just to refresh his brain. You know what I'm saying? To get out of Philadelphia. You know what I mean? One thing I know, I spent time in California, right? Right. And being from Philly, it's hard to think sometimes. And every time I went to California and I was out there for 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time, bro, I always felt like like my brain was open. Like I could think clear. And I mean, I could do the things I needed to do without have to worry about other things. So I think for Boots, it was just a situation where he could get his brain together, you know what I mean? And really process some things and really get a breath of fresh air and relax and just and focus and really focus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that's what it was about. I don't think it really was about Bud because it don't matter. You know what I mean? You heard Bo Mac say that. He said, I don't care about that because none of that shit gonna matter. And that's true. Why wouldn't you get great sparring? Why wouldn't you do that?
Hmm.
No matter how it happened, why wouldn't you get great sparring? If you're getting ready for a great fight, that don't make
Yeah,
sense.
but but in the same time, that was a fight that we wanted to see, right? Ennis and Crawford.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Guess what? We don't know if Crawford is getting ready to retire. We don't know if Canelo's getting ready to retire. At the end of the day, Boots gonna have to still keep fighting, right?
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
got to solidify his legacy.
Hmm.
So again, I don't understand people saying, oh, why would he do this and why would he do that? You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Hernandez, we did an interview with Hernandez. Hernandez says that he said that Boots' team decided to leave camp early because they have a press conference coming up. What's your reaction to that?
I don't know. I don't listen, man. I took a guy, right? I took a guy to a camp to spar Tank, right? We
I
sparred
remember.
Tank two. We sparred Tank 2 days. We sparred Tank
Yep.
2 days, right? I
Hmm.
seen everything I needed to see. We out. We out, Mill City. I'm good. I got a 4-0 guy in there with a fucking world champion, and I seen 12 rounds of sparring. We out. I don't need to see no more. All I need to know is what I need to know. I'm out after that. So I don't know if that was the same situation with Boots. I don't know. I can't see. See, this is my problem. If you think about the math, why would Boots still be out there if they was getting ready to go to Vegas? They was in they've been in Vegas since last week. All that shit about the grand arrivals and shit, they've been there. They've been there. We all saw when they was leaving out. Both teams. So they've been there.